Hello students, I am Nidhi Markade. Today we are going to start chapter 5 in science, the fundamental unit of life. So students, in previous classes we have already discussed that all non-living objects are made up of some tiny particles known as atoms. Similarly, all living organisms are made up of some another tiny particles known as cells. What is cell? The smallest functional unit of living organism. It is discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. So students, why the cell is known as basic unit of life? Because it can independently perform all the necessary activities to sustain life. That's why. While examining a thin slice of cork, Robert Hooke saw that the cork resembled the structure of a honeycomb consisting of many little compartments. What is cork? Cork is a substance which comes from the bark of a tree. Then Hooke was observing this with his self-designed microscope. So Robert Hooke called these boxes or compartments as cells. So cell is a Latin word used for a little room. This may seem to be a very small and insignificant incident, but it is very important in the history of science. This was the very first time that someone had observed that living things appear to consist of separate units. Still, we use this word cell in the biology. Now, what are living organisms made up of? Or we can say how cell appears. To discuss this, let us have an activity. Take a small piece from an onion bulb. With the help of pair of forceps, we can peel off the skin from the concave side of the onion. This layer is so small, so immediately put this layer into watch glass. What is watch glass? Watch glass is a pot containing water. Now this will prevent peel from getting folded or getting dry. Now what we have to do? Take a glass slide and put a drop of water on it. Then immediately transfer small piece of the peel from watch glass to the slide. Now with the help of small pen brush, put the peel perfectly flat on the slide. Now put a drop of safranin solution on this piece. Why we are using safranin solution here? To make the slide colorful. Therefore, we can observe each individual cell properly under the microscope. We can use blue vitriol or any other colorful solution instead of safranin. Now, after dropping safranin solution, cover the slip with the help of mounting needle. And please remove all the air bubbles from it. Now, ask your teacher for help and observe the slide properly. Let us discuss what we have observed on putting a temporary mount of onion peel under the microscope. The very first point we have observed, all these epidermal cells are slightly rectangular in shape. The next, all these cells are similar in shape and size. And in each cell at the center we are observing a spot. This spot is known as nucleus. And cytoplasm surrounds this nucleus. Okay? And the nucleus is clearly seen. We can observe it properly. And a faint outline of cell wall is also visible. But in case of high power microscopes only. Okay. Cells are of two types in majority, plant cell and animal cell. Along with that, one concept that we have already discussed in previous classes, that is unicellular and multicellular concept. Some organisms are made up of single cell. They are called unicellular organisms like amoeba, paramecium, chlamydomonas, some kind of bacteria, etc. And majority of living organisms are made up of many cells like human beings, all other animals, plants. So all these cells are observable under different fine microscopes. Let us discuss. So, students, cells were first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. He observed the cells in a cork slice with the help of a primitive microscope. Later on, in 1674, with the help of improved microscope, a scientist discovered the free living cells in pond water for the first time. Then it was Robert Brown in 1831 who discovered the nucleus in the cell. Now, in 1839, with the help of two scientists, cell theory was explained. According to the cell theory, all the plants and animals are composed of cells, and that the cell is basic unit of life. We can say cell is the fundamental unit of life. At last, the cell theory was further expanded by a scientist in 1855. He suggested that all cells arise from pre-existing cells. And finally, with the discovery of electron microscope in 1940, it was possible to observe and understand the complex structure of the cells and its various organelles present inside the cell. Students, one question may arise in your mind. Do all cells look same in terms of shape and size? So, cells from one specimen look same in size and shape. But the size and shape of cells from different parts of the plant look different. Not only in case of plant, but in case of animal cell also. So, cells from different parts of the plant, or we can say animal cell, are different in shape, size and structure, as they perform different functions. So, they are not same. For example, we are observing here in case of human body, animal cell. Some different cells are of different size, shape and structure. For example, blood cell is circular while nerve cell is straight, sperm cell is different, bone cell is different. So students, I hope you understood the initial part of this chapter. In next video, we will discuss about plasma membrane or cell membrane. What is the cell made up of? Diffusion and osmosis processes. Thank you for listening.